Dearest, most beloved divine friends and family, brothers and sisters in Guyana, this is In the Raw, part 3, and all will be posted today. Friends and families, Guyana is in a state of degradation and shame. In the Raw, RKs Guyana Free Media presenting Election Madness 2020 as perpetuated by the APNU AFC holding on to power in the mode of dictatorship, the absolute disgrace, the nonsensicalities and the thievery of a nation. This article is by no other than my friend and someone who I look up to more and more now, Freddie Kissoon. In this article of Sunday, July 26, 2020, he says, in this most tragic Guyanese moment, reflect on this Bacharach song. Bacharach is a famous singer for those of you who may not know, and I'll give you his entire article, including the song, because Bacharach is a philosophical singer, and Freddie Kissoon is a philosopher, political scientist, and analyst. For countless Guyanese souls, the feeling is that this country has been set back by decades, given the horror show that has been taking place since the simple counting of votes was aborted in order to rig the 2020 election. The former Prime Minister of Jamaica, Bruce Golding, intoned, "It will take a generation." The question is, can we recover it all? Guyana lived through some tsunamic or heavy storm moments where existence was virtually threatened. The worst being the troubles of the 60s, but we were a colony then, and the British had the power to intervene and stop societal collapse, and it did. The 60s, which culminated in the racial violence in Mackenzie, where the Indian community suffered severe loss of lives, and Africans too in the Son Chapman incident. We had such an uncertain moment as we are in at this very time. The dictatorship of Burnham never pitted Guyanese against Guyanese as we are currently witnessing. And we all know about what happened with the Son Chapman. And people are holding on to falsities, to my opinion, and as an investigator and as a criminal analyst, ladies and gentlemen, that was set by foreign powers who did not want Dr. Chedi Jagan to get power, and so had wanted to create this subterfuge state of destruction, knowing that it will cause mayhem in Linden in particular, and all the areas where the Indo-Guyanese were minuscule. And that was set, to my opinion, by the then British and American forces to explode the Son Chapman and to create what was done. You tell me, we as Guyanese, and you're in a heated situation, you don't know if you do something like that as Indo-Guyanese, the backlash it will have on your people, seeing that the boat was heading towards Mackenzie Wisma. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, let us think and think well. Some people are not looking in that aspect. And the investigations were done by whom? Them, the colonial masters, and the international masterminders at that time. And so many Indian businesses were burnt and destroyed, lives destroyed, women raped, most savagely, most viciously, most disgracefully, left naked, and there were some Afro-Guyanese who protected some of them in Linden, and God bless those Afro-Guyanese. I know some of them who did that, friends and families. From then on to now, Linden economically, like Uganda, has never been able to catch itself. Uganda have an open back and encouraging the Indians to return, and some are returning, and Uganda is now catching itself up economically, internationally. The Son Chapman was a horrific incident where many Afro-Guyanese brothers and sisters were also innocently murdered wrongfully. But there was heavy political ploy and play, not by Burnham, not by Dr. Chedi Jagan, not by the Afro-Guyanese, not by the Indo-Guyanese, the Son Chapman, to my opinion and my thinking as a criminal analyst, is that it was done by them. And look at what it caused. Friends and families, back to the article. Now he is saying that dictatorship of during Burnham era did not pit Guyanese against Guyanese, as it is happening now when I go to the article back. A few reasons explain this. Firstly, Burnham used a healthy economy to sustain the country. Even though Indians were opposed to Burnham, when UG opened its new campus at Turkine in 1973, a variety of students and lecturers were Indians. And secondly, the PPP opposition did not confront Burnham with a violent agenda except for sporadic burning of cane fields. Someone in the APNU AFC government, ladies and gentlemen, who likes to talk a lot of trash and Indo-Guyanese, so-called of power, and in charge of printing, he was the man who was leading the crew of the burning. I was a little boy listening to when they were talking. Friends and families, back to the article. Thirdly, the Georgetown middle class was opposed to Burnham. And together with the re-emergence of Walter Rodney, managed to keep racial animosity at a very low levels. Further, there were exit routes into Trinidad, Barbados, Canada, and the US for those who wanted to leave. They made it easy for us. After a global democratic wave in the middle of the 1980s, Guyana left its tragic past behind. It rejoined the global democratic order. And we have members' commentary of that democratic order. And we have to subscribe to the order. We have to follow the rules of democracy and democratic principles. The society, back to the article, the society saw the expansion of the economy that President Hoyt created after 1998. Then came chances of an immense takeoff with the marketing of huge oil discoveries. Guyana now stands at the precipice. We now stand at the edge of falling over after Desmond Hoyt's open market initiative, which was taken and moved by with the PPP, which developed Guyana and took us far away. And then with the oil and our expectations, and now that we are about to have what seems to be an outright dictatorship of degradation, we are on the precipice and can collapse anytime. Back to the article. Since March 4th, there are no signs of our future. No signs of our future is secure. I read again. Since March 4, there are no signs our future is secure. What is taking place right now has no parallel in this part of the world. Life today in Guyana is more uncertain than at any time when banana republics dominated the landscape in South and Central America. I repeat, life today in Guyana is more uncertain than at any time when banana republics dominated the landscape in South and Central America. Today in Guyana, we are seeing uneducated people throw away their university training to support tribal rigging. We see iconic Guyanese throw away their legacy to support racial domination that do away with the right to vote. Big, bright, intelligent people, that's what he's talking here. The youths damaging their legacy, the brilliant adults and supporters of the country Guyana choosing domination and dictatorship over democracy and what is right. Freddie Kissoon is always speaking very wise and very well, and sometimes some people might not understand what he's saying. And they are causing the people to do away with the right to vote. The right to vote must have no authority or power anymore, as a man like Hamilton Green is saying. Back to the article. We see long-standing journalists prostitute themselves at the altar of racial emotions. One of them now gone to the Chronicle. He sacrificed his name and his dignity. Back to the article. Those are my words, ladies and gentlemen. Close friends have parted ways because of racial incitement. Neighbors are suspicious of each other because these authors are incitement are preaching race hate. We are living in one of the most dangerous times Guyana has ever seen. The fundamental values of freedom and liberty are about to disappear if we allow once more a small group of people to rule Guyana forever. I read that again. The fundamental values of freedom and liberty are about to disappear if we allow one small group of people to rule over Guyana. We have to remember, it is not all the Afro or all the major dominant supporters of the APNO AFC involved in this, but a small group who want to control the wealth and the money and use Guyana as their personal businesses, and assets belong to them and only them. Back to the article. It is incumbent on all Guyanese, a majority of whom have close relatives and family members who live in other countries enjoying the right to vote, to join the journey towards a freer country and stop 4 months of psychosis that has enveloped their country. I leave you with this. Love's still the answer. The second best song of Burt Bacharach. I love after his mash hit Alfie. Please reflect on this song. It tells us that love and life are still worth saving. At this tragic moment in Guyana, we must save these priceless values. Save love and life. Save our relationships, our friendships, and respect each other. And I'm going to sing this song. I'm not going to sing it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to read this song as put out by Freddie Kissoon, by Burt Bacharach. 20 years ago, I would have told you that the world was right, good and sound, freedom bound. The future was secure, but now I'm not so sure. It seems like gravity has been reversed, and getting worse, nothing works. And everybody hurts, and yes, there's a trail of tears down through the years of broken hearts. It's still so hard to let the sun shine in. Love's the answer no matter what. I swear love is. It's still the answer, just like it always was. Such a simple truth. Love never changes or betrays a friend. From the start, love was part of some fantastic plan, some brotherhood of man, and now it's down to us. We either shine the light or darkness rules. Our children loose, we are free to choose our fate. To find our way beyond this veil of tears, the sky is clear, and every star stands for a heart that lets the sunshine in. Love's the answer no matter what. I swear love is. It's just the answer, just like it always was. Love's the answer no matter what. I swear love is. It's still the answer, just like it always was. By Freddie Kissoon, my dear brothers, friends and families, thank you for tuning in to RKs Guyana Free Media. And I am your brother and your friend, Haji Dr. Ocean Khan, saying thank you for tuning in to this, In the Raw, RKs Guyana Free Media. Farewell.